questions today on the show. Attorney Julian Chan is here. You have an event. You're speaking at a SIPA event on Saturday. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It's an event designed to encourage people in starting their own businesses. I'm speaking in the morning at, I believe, 9 o'clock about intellectual property, trademark, trade secrets, patents, and so on. But there'll be other speakers all through the day to talk about finances and so on. And I believe someone asked where can I meet people that can help me start my business and be part of my team, and this is one of those places.
This is it. That's the flyer on the screen. Try to get more information. The date, the time, the address, everything is there. If you want more information, that's the website as well on the screen. And yes, if you want to meet and mingle and try to throw ideas with other entrepreneurs, that's the place to go. All right, next caller, Alice is on the line joining us from Hermosa Beach. Magandang hapon sa'yo, Alice.
Oh, my question is about DBA. I think the meaning of that is doing business as, and I don't know what that really is and how to apply, and you know what are the necessary things to do.
Okay.
This is actually very, very easy. Doing business as, which in California it's called a fictitious business name, FBN. What it does is it allows you to use some other name for your, as your business name, other than what you incorporated as or your personal name. So, for example, Burger King is the fictitious business name of a corporation, and the corporation is called something else. You might have heard of Yum Brands, for example. And this allows people to have, again, better branding. If the whole thing is to remember, it's easier to remember a short name than a complicated one with a lot of inks and
So do you think it's important to have a DBA, or would you rather use a company name?
I'd rather get the company name right to begin with.
Okay.
And be able to use that. But sometimes you want to have different brands because you're focusing on different segments of the population.
Okay.
To get one, it's actually very simple. I believe it's a $70 fee to file in your local county office, and then you need to put it in the newspaper, a local newspaper, and I think it's something like $40 to $70 to put it in a local newspaper. It's very, very cheap.
Okay. Now, you mentioned earlier that sometimes, you know, lawyer, you need their perspective, but also at the same time, if you're starting and you don't have that much budget, you don't really need a lawyer to start your own business, correct? But maybe you can give us advice on the legal issues that new entrepreneurs contend with when they're starting a business.
The biggest time, I think, to bring a lawyer in is when you have more than one person involved.
Okay.
A lot of people get into a business with a partner or two or three, and they just think, well, we're friends or we're family, and therefore it's not a problem. And that is really a formula for disaster.
Okay.
There's so much that can happen. Usually in a business, there's someone contributing the reputation, someone contributing the money, and someone contributing the labor. And those things change over time.
So it's important that you have the roles in black and white from the very start. So it's important that you have contracts with people, with key people in your business.
Exactly. Well, let me give an example. So I had two people come to me, and one person was putting in the money, and one person was putting in the labor. And they never thought about these following issues. I said, well, so what happened right now? You feel it's 50-50. That's fine. What about 20 years from now? 20 years from now, the first guy still put the same $1 in, but the other guy's been working for 20 years. Should he get more at some point?
Right.
What if he decides he wants to retire at some point? What if he gets hit by a truck or gets injured? So it's not always necessarily about people doing bad things.
Right.
Sometimes it's just about discussing what is fair and having it settled ahead of time so it doesn't become a debate right in the middle of the heat of business.
Right. Okay. And that and more ideas are what you're going to get if you go to the Business Expo that's happening on Saturday, I believe. Go ahead, attorney. Once again, invite our viewers.
Oh, yes. Definitely invite you to come to the 11th Annual Asian Small Business Expo. This is downtown, 251 South Olive Street, downtown, the Omni Hotel. We really hope that it encourages people.
It's a full-day event?
Yes, it goes to 3, from 9 to 3. And I think we're really hoping that it just encourages people to take that step to start their own businesses. I think.
And you'll definitely get a lot from that expo. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us this afternoon, and more power to you. Marami pong salamat sa inyong panonood ng Kababayan LA. Ako po si Janelle Song, inyong kababayan dito sa Los Angeles, and I'll see you again tomorrow.
Entrepreneurs and small businesses come to the